to another video. Today we're back home and not so pretty views anymore, but we're still back to work. The cotton is done down south or down west, south, whatever you want to call it. I always just call it down south. But we're back here finishing up the last couple acres of peanuts. I am now in the 280, the peanut buggy behind me. We're chasing after some combines today. It is very, very windy today. We got, what is it, like 40 mile an hour gusts. Very dry and sandy. Bunch of sand blowing all over the place. But we're gonna try and knock out a couple more acres. We got 60 more acres left on this field. Then we got another 120 acres on that side behind me. So we're gonna see if we can knock out 180 acres today. That's the plan anyway. But camera never really shows how dusty it is. But this road that we've been using to drive back and forth with the buggies, it's blowing a lot of dust. Luckily the fields aren't blowing too much, so that's a plus. But pulling up to here where the combines are at, where they're kicking up dust. We're starting today pretty earlier than we have been for most of harvest season due to humidity. But I want to check behind the combines, make sure they're still doing a good job. Yesterday evening it got a little bit humid, so we quit around, what was it, 10:30. So it's another early day. Couldn't really make another late day. So we'll see what it looks like behind here. I hope we can start earlier today than we could yesterday, because doing 180 acres with 3 combines will still take a while. So we'll see. So it is quite windy. Luckily I have that little foam piece around my camera, so it should still pick up some audio quality. We're losing a few at the back. They still got pigtails on them. Oh yeah, there's 4 of them. Oh, that one was actually an empty one. That's still a good one. There's another one that's coming out the back. Another one. Wow, there's actually quite a few that are coming out the back. Another one. Empty one. That's a full one right there. Let's see. I mean, a few of them are coming over the back, but I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. We're losing a little bit. Yeah, you can tell that one still has a pigtail on it, and that carries over throughout the back, doesn't rip off, and that's why it comes out the back end of the combine. So I don't know, we're losing a little bit. I'm gonna go look at yesterday evening's pass. This right here was yesterday evening's pass. I'm gonna take a look at that, see kind of what that looked like whenever we quit. I guess might be pretty close, pretty similar anyway. I don't know, we might just roll, might just go keep going. I will say I do love this 280 in front of the peanut buggy, because one, I have GPS, that's a plus. But my biggest thing is I actually really love this handle for it. It took some getting used to, but I don't know, for a buggy it's actually really nice, which I don't know why it thinks I'm not sitting in the seat now. I think it needs to be warmed up. Maybe I need to be bouncing, breaking in the sensor or something. Doesn't think I'm currently in the seat, doesn't think I'm in there sometimes. But I have messed with a couple of the settings. I was trying to figure some stuff out with the tractor yesterday, and I figured out that once I mess with the hydraulics, my RPMs go to 1500. So that way, whenever I want to dump out, it's not sitting there at 1100 RPMs, maybe 1000 RPMs, just slightly idling. And with the fully loaded basket, it then goes super slowly up. So now I can change it to where once I use the hydraulics, tractor speeds up, because it's all automatic anyway, because you never even use the speed. It's all, this is just, it goes RPMs of what it thinks it needs. So I mess with it. Got now, I'm using A, not A and B, I'm using A, and then I'm using D, the button on the back, to dump out, and then A to lift up and down. So I really love these 2 buttons here. I can just use my thumb and my finger the entire time. I never have to go here to my hydraulics. That's with these, I can just have my hand here the entire time. And then whenever I go underneath the conveyor, I can just click it and cruise, and then use this little knob. I can click back and forth. So right now I'm going to 1.3, then I can just change it ever so slightly to match the speed of the combine. So I really love it. This handle is actually really nice for something like this. I've gotten quite used to it, and it's actually been a lot of fun. I actually really like it. Plus, you know, got foot pegs over here. That's always a bonus, right? $17 is all this tractor got going up this little hill right here. Granted, I'm not fully loaded, but I'm almost fully loaded. But still, regardless, I guess we need a 370 with that handle. Get more horsepower on this farm. See if I can do this one-handed. I do not use GPS coming up to the basket, because that I like to just manually turn that down. That's a little loud. Turn a little straighter. Doing this one-handed is a little difficult, but it works. Normally I'd come up here a lot faster than this, but hey, we're not trying to break anything today. Hopefully this will be our last day of peanut harvest. Go get more peanuts. Well, that is very annoying. It keeps saying it doesn't sense my presence, so then like you try to push the button and go forward and it doesn't let you. So like you have to use the brake or something and then push forward, or use the lever or the clutch or something else. You have to press something, that way it knows that you're there. Very annoying. So I'm trying to turn off the tractor, trying to reset everything. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if it will, because I was running this tractor yesterday and no issues. Everything was fine. Not a single issue yesterday. And then today it thinks I'm not in the seat. Like, did I lose that much weight where now it doesn't sense my presence? I don't know. I have heard that these 8R tractors, they tend to have the same issue with other people have had that same issue. So it's not just our tractor. So we'll see. Trying to turn everything back on. Hopefully that fixes everything. Well, I'm fully loaded, and then the next one's there again. These are doing pretty good peanuts. We can barely keep up 2 buggies with 3 combines. There's not a hill, then she got some power behind her. One truck's leaving, the basket's pretty much full, and we have an issue here on our shaker. My cousin already went to town to go get a new belt, but this belt right here, as you can tell, it's way that way in there. It's supposed to be like flush. That's how worn out it is. So this keeps slipping the entire time, which turns all of this. So this keeps slipping, piles it up right there, and just creates a big old mess. So he went to town to get another belt. Right now it works if we don't have the chute and a half open like we normally do. Normally we have about a chute and a half open. Now we just do a chute. It still works, but it's a little slower loading up the trucks. He should be back in like 30 minutes. Another truck is coming, so I'll load him up a little slowly as what I've been doing right now. So it works for now. Picking up more peanuts. Yeah, peanut harvest is a dusty job. But anyway, this half is now done. Just 3 more rows right there. And we're moving on to the next field. So 120 acres left and peanut harvest should be done. And with how rough the semis have been, they've been so busy and booked and behind. So it's starting to look like we're not gonna finish today. It's gonna have to be a finishing tomorrow type of day. But hey, we're still finishing this week, so it's still before Thanksgiving. Next field. Well, winning this light game was easy. I am not a huge fan of this though. Darn, I have too much light. There's a reflection coming from the buggy to my front window. Man, isn't it too bad I have to have such good light? So many features I have to have the option to turn them off. Man, life is hard. Well, now I am stuck. My brother decided to turn the pivot on, bring it to that half that they were just barely done or getting done harvesting, and he put the pivot on reverse. Now it's in between a power line pole, the neighbor's pivot. I cannot fit anywhere here, so my only option is to drive all the way around the other side of the field. I guess that's what I'll have to do. Yeah, the fact that the wind stopped is very annoying. Now it's just dusty everywhere. And it was dusty beforehand, but it all blew away. Now it's terrible. Our air filters are definitely going to need to be cleaned tomorrow morning. We cleaned them today. Well, we clean them every day. But today they weren't too bad. They were a little dusty. But I bet after today they're going to be really dusty. We're on to the last 60 acres. We'll finish that 60 acres tomorrow. Well, let's get back to it. Last day of peanut harvest. Doing the last couple passes, and then 2023 peanut season is done. I am very excited and I am glad we're finding out peanuts.
Big rockers in a row.
Oh, is he gonna hit it? I think that would have actually worked.
So I have a very little bit left in there. Should I bust out the shovels? Yeah, go get the shovel and go up there and do it.
That's the last of the peanuts. Now just to clean these machines. They are just a little bit dusty. I think 2 air compressors might be needed instead of just 1. that's gonna take a while. Well, the basket's pretty much all the way full, but we're gonna dump my load in there and see if we can fit it all in. And we might have to do some shoveling, but we'll see if we can fit it all in there. It's the last load anyway.
No more. No more. No more. No more. No more. That's good.
Well, a little bit of shoveling and we got it all in there. Since the basket is now 100% full, and my brother already went to the one barn to drop off that buggy, park it away right a ways. And since I'm empty, I'm gonna join them. They just barely left. I'll join them and I'll park this one too right a ways, and the buggies are then right a ways cleaned up, and just to clean up the combines. And then we got a couple more acres of cotton to harvest around here. Down southwest, or west is all done now. So just a little bit more cotton here and harvest will be completely done. And it's very exciting. That's one part of harvest equipment parked away. But peanut harvest is done. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.